perspective is it actually doesn't change the same thing when you set mayor's orders. Cover to be able to say that we're going to restrain the police in any way from using force when it's appropriate, right?
While allowing public to want to say that they support us, continue to say that they support us without putting a name on it.
Which piece is us?
And keeping the police out of those little mayor meetings so that they can have deniability.
Correct. That's what it says. So it would be better if it didn't say that.
It's obviously has for you guys to decide. The piece is that the votes were there. That other little stupid caveat that basically wanted to make sure that people do not want to alienate the police, and it was very surprising. I thought it was going to get voted down. I thought there'd be 3 votes, maybe 4 votes, because Scott Wiener was the one who did it. He's a moderator, supposed to look at people that are
You thought that the amendment would be voted down?
I thought it would. I thought they would make their token thing, talk about it a little bit. They're on record and say they're not going to totally handcuff the police in case there's a murder going on or something. You know what I mean?
Something
but
coming
it's
solely
disappointing
from them to us.
But it's disappointing.
It's no agreement. It's nothing. It's nothing for both parties.
So it gives the police option to put their little points in there to start.
You heard the two who were most strongly supportive of this, Campos and Avalos, try to explain why it was superfluous and unnecessary. And I think in a different world, and the tensions that have really little to do with the great movement you're helping to build, that if the relations were different between these individuals, those assurances would have gotten them to move off of it.
Right.
And instead, in this particular instance, they didn't. And by the way, just a sort of cue to look at, if Campos and Avalos really thought it had any direct effect on what this would mean or what the result would be, they would have fought a lot harder about how screwed up it was that they got people at. So.
Yeah.
And the main story,
It's just...
this will be the sub-story. The main story is going to be that the San Francisco Board of Supervisors passed the piece to support you guys.
However,
and they made it for 24 hours.
Those supervisors didn't come to the hearing yesterday, and there were no concerns expressed at the hearing yesterday, and they tacked on these concerns at the last minute, which is not playing fair game.
They were probably looking at it for a while.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just wanting to make sure, I'm going to go talk with the folks outside because we all need to be on the same page as far as press goes. This is some politicians in the city of San Francisco, getting the Board of Supervisors to pass a bill in demonstration of support. However, it is not non-binding with the police department. It's not, there's no expression or commitment to not use police force on Occupy San Francisco or to provide additional forms of support.
Yeah, and again, it still is just a piece of paper when it's ultimately done that will help you with getting support. I want to tell you, and this is what we discussed in our meeting with the mayor earlier, the Labor Council is going to support you guys in whatever you come up with, and I want to be very clear about that. But I'm just because how many of you guys were in the meeting? A couple of you were, right? Mike Casey gave an example. If this was from a labor point of view, here's the way I would interpret it. Mm-hmm. So if I was going to go out and somebody stuck a microphone in my face as head of the Labor Council, I would say I'm extremely pleased that there's a supermajority of supervisors that are supporting SF Occupy and moving forward. I do have to admit I am disappointed at the supervisors that decided that they were going to move in and try to weaken it because that is not in the spirit of what people are moving for.
Okay.
So that's just what I would say. But again, the stuff that comes out of here, whether or not it's media, your needs, for porta potties, whatever things are happening, we're going to be there, and you guys are going to set the agenda, not us. You guys are clear about that, right?
Yeah, exactly. And which supervisors were it that pushed for that amendment to be added at the last minute?
It was Wiener. It was Wiener pushed for it. We knew for sure that Ellsberg and Carmen Chu would vote for it, and then Farrell we knew was going to vote for it.
Right.
We're very surprised that Malia Cohn and David Chu voted for it.
Oh, okay.
Because they're usually more on the progressive
Corporate
side, then
yeah.
they should, and so
They voted for the
those two in
amendment.
particular are disappointed.
David Chu.
And without getting into total nuances,
Yeah.
you heard somebody say that if we get this little amendment on, then maybe we can get this to be almost unanimous.
Right.
I think that was a little disingenuous, but I think
Yeah.
that's
So David Chu and Margaret Chu, you said no. Carmen Chu.
Carmen Chu.
So, sorry, my bad. So, Supervisor Wiener, Supervisor David Chu, and Supervisor Carmen Chu were all the ones who were in favor of this amendment that was added.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to be clear in our names
So it was
dropping.
6-5, so it was
Yeah.
disappointing, but
Now
hey,
it's 8-3 with this
now it's
amendment.
8-3 after the amendment's on, which probably would have been 8-3 one way or the other anyhow.
Yeah.
So, or 8-4, or maybe 7-4.
And then these three ended up not supporting it.
As a whole.
They didn't support it as a whole anyways.
Correct.
So they got the amendment added and they still voted no?
No, Wiener voted yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been down to General Assemblies too.
Chu, Farrell, and Ellsberg. Carmen Chu.
We're the three
Carmen Chu,
nays in the
Mark
whole
Farrell,
vote. Okay.
Sean Ellsberg voted. They were the three who voted against the final product.
And there's no way that they ever would have voted yes. The politics of the city, there's no situation where they would have voted yes.
And what districts did the three that were nays represent?
Not today. They spoke yesterday at the hearing.
There wasn't
There wasn't discussion before.
even a single moment of expression of the view of Occupy staff at this meeting. Was there any moment when someone from Occupy staff was able to speak?
There was no public comment. It was all done yesterday at the hearings.
Yeah, this
It was all done yesterday.
nothing to do with that.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, all the speaking was yesterday.
I'm just curious as to the process.
Yesterday? Yeah, nothing Monday. Lose track of time. Not the way you guys lose track of time with the with the round-the-clock stuff you got to deal with at the camp.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for that insight.
Hillary.
Yeah.
As they say in.
I gotta go
as they say at
tackle the
General
crowd
Assembly,
before people start giving too many positive reviews to the press.
The second
Okay.
is.
And we are headed outside of San Francisco City Hall, where there is probably an Occupy demonstration taking place in support of the Board of Supervisors who just passed a resolution in support of the Occupy Wall Street movement and Occupy San Francisco's camp in specific. There was an amendment added by Supervisor Scott Wiener, who does support us as a whole, but thought that the wording needed to be changed slightly. They did vote that amendment on, and the resolution passed, I believe it was 6-3.
Don't let it detract us.
What's up, brother?
How's it going?
Yeah.
Sorry, stepping on your feet again.
It's all good.
Long time no see. I've been in meetings all day.
On the way back. Who knows that land? This land is our land. How about fucking Woody Guthrie, dude? He was a fucking G. He was a working class hero. There's something. That's the good. You know the whole lyrics? Let's go.
From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land is made for you and me.